Hello and a warm welcome to CPN News. The world erupts in fury once more. Russia hammers Ukraine's power grid with a nightmare drone barrage, drowning hundreds of thousands in pitch-black silence as Kyiv fights back to restore the lights. And the West clamps down harder on Moscow's seized fortunes. The Middle East ignites in crimson flames. Israel unleashes airstrikes on southern Lebanon, claiming one life, sparking whispers of a massive Hezbollah assault, even as Gaza's truce hangs by a thread. In Washington, Trump swings the blade of 100% tariffs at China, vowing to shatter Beijing's factories, forging America's unyielding strength. And Asia surges like a tidal wave. North Korea flaunts its supreme ICBM, the Hwasong-20, mocking the world order, with Russian and Chinese titans clapping in approval. These four storms of global chaos, we break them down right now. Ukraine strikes back, Russia bleeds heavy, EU and Ukraine plot to weaponize frozen Russian assets. Dawn of October 11th, the sky over Kyiv ignites like doomsday. Hundreds of Russian drones plunge like a meteor storm, ripping through the frozen night. Explosions echo like thunder. The power grid collapses. Millions of Ukrainians hold their breath, trapped between shadows and shrapnel. Russia unleashes a horror strike on energy lines, a brutal, calculated blow. But Kyiv refuses to kneel. They hit back, they rebuild, and the West tightens the noose around Moscow. Ukrainian officials report Russia launches 78 Shahed drones, those winged beasts from the border. Kyiv's air defense is down 54. But 24 slip through. They target power plants in Chernihiv, Kyiv, Lviv. One power worker dies on the spot. 4 others gravely wounded as rescue trucks take direct hits. Zelensky speaks out instantly, his voice steel hard on national TV. Russia waited for foul weather to hammer energy sites, he declares, stressing Moscow picked thick fog to slash air defenses by 20 to 30%. They aimed at 4 key regions, blacking out power and water in Kyiv, but our forces halted their push near Dobropilya in Donetsk, proof Russia weakens on the battlefield. He demands NATO ramp up aid now, and Kyiv counters. Ukrainian jets slam reprisal strikes on Russian military bases in Belgorod, inflicting massive casualties on troops, demolishing vital oil refineries. Moscow stays silent. Only hollow boasts from their defense ministry. This isn't random fire, it's winter strategy. The Kremlin aims to shatter Ukraine's will, but Zelensky vows we'll shield every energy site. With allies' help, we'll prevail. Morning of October 11th, power surges back. 800,000 Kyiv residents exhale as streetlights flicker on. Rescue teams toil without pause. They patch 21 strikes across 6 sites. But the toll cuts deep. 20 wounded. Hundreds of homes lie in ruins. Zelensky dials Christine Lagarde, ECB chief. We must fairly tap frozen Russian assets, he insists, pushing to channel profits into Ukraine's defense and rebuild. Europe answers the call. Britain, France, Germany lock in the plan. They'll forge 300 to 350 billion euros of Moscow's idle vaults in EU safes into Kyiv's arsenal, teaming with G7, pressuring Putin to the table. The European Commission pushes further. They propose exempting Ukraine loan guarantees from deficit math, 140 billion euros from Russian asset yields. Kyiv's funding gap, $60 billion through 2027, gets filled. IMF nods approval. Eurostat awaits sign-off. It's a double hammer. Not just arms, but cash. The Kremlin quakes. The fallout spreads wide. Ukraine stands firm. Air defenses sharpen like a blade. Russia reels hard, 300 troops left in Donetsk. Belgorod bases shattered beyond repair. The West warns Moscow digs its own grave. Seized assets aren't just funds, they're prestige. Russia grows ever more isolated. Global backlash surges. The UN condemns the grid assault. America pledges $10 billion more in aid. Zelensky will win for freedom. The path ahead clears EU backing, fortifies Ukraine's lines. The Kremlin faces economic exile. And the world witnesses the might of democratic alliance. Western analysts see it clear. The EU move marks a turning point. Moscow sheds its untouchable superpower cloak. They pay now for opaque aggression. NATO experts stress backing Ukraine isn't duty alone, it's safeguarding a law-based world order.